I hate you, Craig.
Birdman is heading west, very far, stark west towards the mountain chain, with the Tarask as his mount, so to speak. And Amu is kind of heading north by northeast, to astride a elk, um, that is a druid transformed Goremonger, this little foxkin guy who's been helping you guys since the very beginning of the campaign, with PO, have, after getting some information from a dwarven scout group, are kind of trying to catch up with the army to kind of flank them, more or less, is kind of the position you guys have put yourselves in. With the time that you've had, they've kind of passed by, um, not officially, but on the same area, passed by where the tree was that you guys established in that time you guys have been jumping around with teleports and things like that. Um, this is the timeline of this. If I have my information, my brain correct, I should say. You guys, this is happening. Last session was when the War of the Lapids was going down. It was the beginning of last session during that first day that you guys had a downtime. And then that second day was when you guys were wrapping up the war with Queen Thistle, binding to the different primordials, Strike and Sarek and the Queen, to the ones that you guys took from Trillo, makes the choice to diverge paths and return to his people and make sure they're prepared for what's changing in the lands. And then that group is in the process of planning and transitioning to go to that Dragon Rider downtime thing you guys did for a couple days. So they're about to do that, about to transport to the Dragon Riders as you guys are at these different positions that I just described beforehand. So the only other things I want to talk about for last session to give us some more time to play is really the goal here. Is Birdman harvested in a very unique and awkward way. The imagery is stuck in my mind throughout the week of him transitioning through the body of the beast itself, through its bones and flesh, to get to a position in its like lower neck, upper shoulders area, more or less, to harvest some spinal fluid, and using his control of the Tarask to manipulate the flesh and bones to kind of allow him to do that, without like pissing off the beast in the simplest terms. Um, Amu spent some time after he did a commune, more or less, um, with Jock to kind of figure out why was this whole dream sequence with Barmok, the red dragon, why did it even happen for those last 2 or 3 sessions? And there was this vision about how Barmok now has a controllable fate, to where beforehand he would have been a warrior in golden armor for a fight on a different plane, something that would have determined a stronger, I guess, future that would have been decided by something other than what you guys are doing, more or less. Um, with that information, there's who works with Goremonger to use their druidic magic to transport him to the swamps around the former city of Salt by this point. Um, where that narrative is kind of moving, I think this area is going to be called the Undercity the more and more I get to it. But nevertheless, uh, he finds his way to his archdruid Swamper, this porcupine creature, um, Animaesus, and kind of he asked his archdruid days beforehand to experiment with the spinal fluid that Amu was able to procure from Birdman in previous adventures, and uh, kind of what could it be used for? What are its properties? How can we? Is it something that we could use in our own druidic way rather than the quote unquote, I guess, scientific way that the fifth house and the other houses have been using it beforehand? But he's been playing around with it, and he finds that um, fire and acid seem to have no effect towards it. It can be a very powerful resistance or immunity potion in that way. Cold is something that it is vulnerable to, and he thinks it could be applied in that way to make an immunity potion to make these things. And he made an experimental one. And before Amu walks away, he's gifted that by Swampert to aid in the future adventures. But there is some discussion of like the walkers, the leadership of the Animaesus lands that you guys are in that have existed for centuries outside the city of Salt, that exist outside of what most of your characters are in a lot of ways. Like if your character is not an Animaesus, this world would be something you just would have vague stories about at best. Other than Birdman, who's kind of spent some time out in the world a little bit more, but nevertheless, why haven't the walkers become involved? Why are they allowing the Jorvians, these dwarves that control these primordials, to just take land, to just make this hundreds of miles move and assert different smaller camps to go after the beast? You know, the walkers were never exactly accepting of this whole um, inevitable end of the beast, how it turned into the city. That's not what they originally intended by when they took it out, when they slayed it. But now this seems to be their job. You know, they should be intervening with this foreign element. That's what they've always done in the past. And either have, an army has been made by them to defend against the incoming threat, like the Tarask 3 centuries ago, or the century before that, when there was a huge influx from the easterly lands of dwarves and humans and um, halfling, that's predominantly halfling, honestly, that came from Cloud and Row and brought in this scientific element, and there was this cultural shock that happened at that time that kind of they had eventually established multiple um, cities and townships and this entire road that cuts through the entire place. And the walkers can do that. Why aren't they doing something now? Is kind of the question. And there doesn't seem to be quite an answer that you guys are given, and you continue on your way after some time, and you find these scouts of these dwarves that you've been talking about. 3 of them, low level monsters, if you will. And the with Pio and Goremonger, you're easily able to kind of tangle them up. And Goremonger and especially Goremonger, is very ruthless to them. He's not accepting. He hooks one up over a tree with his thorn whip and hangs him upside down over a fire pit that he quickly creates with some of his other druidic magic. Um, And Amu, after even discussing with them all and kind of figuring out that they have about 2 days to catch up with the army, they let one free to kind of return home, and Pio makes a judgment that he doesn't think that's what the dwarf is going to do and takes out the dwarf and makes sure the things are, you know, not to worry about what he might say. At that point, Gormonger turned into the elk, and you guys started to, gallop onwards. So we are going to pick up with Tenebris and Callie because time has been a little paused, if you will, with their group, especially because of them coming into this encounter with another. They're kind of on the opposite side of where the army is from Pio and Amu. We're coming from, they're traveling north by northeast, but they're very much more south from the city of Salts and the others. Whereas with Tenebris and Callie and their own experimental teleports, they at first traveled, very far easterly of the city, trying to return to their original position. And the teleport miscalculated, and so they had to spend a couple days traveling kind of almost like by north by northwest, but much more further north, much more closer to the city of Salt than Amu was. And they've come into kind of, if you will, the forward scouting group that's at the very front of the army, that's making its way to the city of Salt. It's a small group of, a few dozen dwarves. You've already taken out more than a dozen of them. One of the hordes is pretty fucked up by this point. But their leader was able to see you at a decent enough distance to where they've been shooting volleys at you to allow them to break apart and kind of flee, escape, if they will. At least maybe not all of them get hit by the measured fireball I think, going on. But
what else would it be?
By this point, they have some training, I think, in those ideas. But, yes. We will do a round or so with this group, kind of see where things go with this round before we'll see if we need to do another one or switch to another group. We do start the round with Tenebris, who is in full. I imagine you and the others kind of jogging, trotting, charging, some of them more urgently than others, with Aether just with his full spread of his, 10-foot wingspan, as he kind of glides across the ground, making your way to them as they've been pelting you with gunshots and volleys and different things. Your Lord Gravitas is pretty fucked up. Nevertheless, the rest of you have been damaged, but not really too hurt by this point. Are you throwing a fireball?
Yes, but first I'm moving here. And then I cast Thunder Spell.
Oh, so sort of a fireball. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Let me hit this guy, and this guy. Everyone knows it's out of range.
I missed that third one. Can you do it one more time?
This guy.
Oh, that is a fire pit.
There's a what the fuck? Really? Oh, I'm so zoomed out. I thought it was some kind of elemental thing.
That's their fire pit that they were hunkered around. So.
I thought for sure it was an enemy. Okay, then never mind. Let's fuck up those guys over there. What's the range on them? Yep, that tracks. Let me hit these guys instead.
It's because they're slow. Alright.
I don't discriminate. I kill everybody equally.
DC 21.
Grandmas and babies.
These guys are not sick. These guys are actually okay. They were not part of the main brunt of the army that got things. I'm gonna get the ball rolling with some inspiration. So we have okay. I'm gonna spend 2 inspiration, give 1 to lust and greed. 1 to reroll, another one to give that reroll an advantage. The dice have spoken. For the bottom group, I will spend another one to give the 1 advantage and give it to Brandon. The dice have spoken.
I don't know why it says 21 still. It's a 19 since I changed attunement items.
Sometimes I've noticed it does that with the text box. I've seen that on a few other times in my other game. But nevertheless,
Oh.
they fail the 19. And they will both take 19 damage. That 19 damage will electrocute the last dwarf in that horde that's been focused upon by your own archers from your group, and he will fall to the ground. The other dwarves will yell out grudges and curses towards the elf. Well, yeah, I love dwarves. They get so angry about things.
I would be pissed too if somebody shot me.
That Tenebris, is that your turn?
Yeah, I'd say that's my turn.
Okay. Lord Gravitas. I would like to imagine, because they are crafted from, snow and magic, that parts of him look cracked or even melted or, caved in. Part of his head probably doesn't look fully shaped and round, because it's not the brain that he doesn't have a brain. It's the magic. It's the copy of the magic that allows him to exist. So, but what does he do?
He's going to. I wish there were more so I could meteor swarm them. Yeah, honestly, he's just going to fall back and chill.
Makes sense. I think that's a very Fallen thing to do.
Yes.
Scorpions. He's going to jog forward behind his other siblings, and they confer quickly amongst each other, and they say they're all going to aim at the other horde of dwarves that's presented themselves together. So he's gonna line up his first shots as best as he can. I believe he's now actually. Yeah, he's in range now. Okay. Longbows. Goodness. 3 shots shoot out into the air, and as they arc through the sky, I imagine they ignite with like a shockwave, or like almost like they break the sound barrier, and there's like pop, pop, pop. And then it's not even arrows that hit the ground, I imagine. It's just like this clump of like magical dust that like breaks into their armor as the force streaks through the group of
You see, the
dwarves.
arrows are actually concentrated spite.
That's funny. 21, 14. They take out about 2 to 3 dwarves with those arrows, and that will bring us to one of the dwarves' turns. This one, I'm going to spend some inspiration. I'm going to spend 4, and I'm going to give it to each of you. Callie, Brendan, Greed, Lust. Each of you get 1. As this dwarf is going to dash and use each of those inspiration to get 10 feet of movement for an extra 40. As he just runs as quickly as he can. And he's going to skid to a stop, and he's going to I am playing with fire. It's okay. I've learned from my actions. It's okay. Uh, I'm just trying to do what the dwarf would do. This is what he would do. He has a bonus action left, so he's going to use his bonus action to aim at Tenebris. And you are just in range. But it does at disadvantage, so I'm going to spend 1 more inspiration and give it to Callie. And to take out the disadvantage to make it a normal. And then I'm going to spend another inspiration and give it to Brandon. So I can give it advantage because I remember your AC. So,
This brings me back to the haste invisibility combo.
So 22. No.
Nope.
Okay. Just hits this magical shield and just disintegrates.
Not even the shield, man. I've got with Blade Song, I've got a 20 AC of 37 now.
Well, that's how I envision Blade Song. It's some sort of magic that protects you.
True.
In some way. It's probably more like the word song makes me think it's probably like this reverberation or, energy that, nevertheless. Science versus magic. Iron Maiden will scoff at Scorpion and jog forward. And even though he hit with all 3, she's going to try to do better, she says, and get a headshot. So I'm going to open her sheets. There it is. And 1, 2, 3.
And she got a headshot!
God.
Well, damn.
I know who I'm pumping every point of inspiration into.
God.
Here we go.
16. Okay, it's 24. 14.
God damn.
The crit alone takes out about 2 dwarves. So that's her turn. Aether, I forget how fast he is. 50 fly. All right. He's going to fly and kind of zoom around this dwarf. He draws his sword in the process. And he's going to take it in 2 hands. And that dwarf just ducks and dodges and weaves out of the way.
Go.
Okay, so my new laptop just like times out after a while.
I thought God had
Oh, whoa.
forsaken us there for a minute.
Yeah, that's okay.
We've been waiting here in bated silence.
That is Aether's turn. The Dwarven Scout Squad. Oh my god, they actually get to do something. Uh, one, they're a ranged group, so they move back. They're measly 25 feet. Then they're going to go for a volley. Yeah. They're gonna do well, let's see. I know the archers are back there. Yeah, you're a caster, but there's this guy. Okay. High, they go for Tenebris. Low, they go for others. Okay, so they go for Tenebris. They do a short range volley with their guns to modify the damage real quick because of how much they've been hurt themselves. Okay, so I need a dex save from Tenebris as there's 4 gunshots towards you. Okay. You take half of that 13 that was rolled there. So that is 6 points of piercing as one bullet kind of is, has a high enough velocity to kind of pierce through the magical shield about you. Are you concentrating on anything? If so, you need to roll a concentration check.
I am not concentrating, and honestly, even if I were, I could fail it.
No, narrate it. You blink. That's what happens.
Yeah. Did these
They-
mongrels just try to shoot me? Me?
Those dwarves, they are going to use their bonus action to do a sprint, and that will give them an extra 10 feet. That is their turn. This guy is going to acknowledge that, and then he needs to get closer. Does he need to get closer? Let's see. No, you're in range. He's going to. All right. He's going to do as his bonus action a sharp eye, and he is going to take his multi attack on Tenebris. I need to turn the sound off. There you go. So
Remember, foresight.
Oh, well, the first one's a 21. The second one is in 15. 14. 14. He doesn't know why he can't hit you. Like, it's one of those things that, like, I imagine it's just magic. He's just blinking at the wrong second and you just move subtly. Or it's like the magic shield around you, like, permeates like a reflection off of the light from the sun, and it just, like, makes it hard for him to focus. Because
I like to imagine every
I will
time
say, on that 21, he has to use his D10. So that 21 turns into a 29. I think one hits.
and that's a shield.
You
Yeah, and I like to imagine every time an arrow disintegrates, Tenebris blinks once. So it looks like he's so powerful, it just blinks him out of existence.
Well, these are bullets too. So,
Even
That's
better.
worse.
okay. That is that guy's turn. He's going to move the rest of his speed back. Grary, the Sinis or dog folk walker that has joined your group, mostly to protect Jahir, it seems. He is going to move and kind of take a knee in front of Jahir. 10, 15. Kind of take that line up through, walking kind of in front of him. And then he has a short bow, which, in order to not get disadvantage, I think he's going to go after this guy. There's 2 attacks. Well, shit.
Well, shit.
The dwarf rolls con save. Oh, they have advantage because dwarf. Fails. I'm going to spend 1 to break the tie, and I will give that to Greed as the inspiration. And then the second one.
My God.
Alright, but nevertheless, that's still a shit ton of damage. So I'm gonna do some quick math.
Even with poison resistance.
Oh my goodness. So it's 34, so 17 poison on crit. And then 6 poison. The other one. All right. White Snake, not wanting to be shown up by whom she's calling her little sister.
Damn.
She will. She's the older of the 3, I guess. She will come up next to her and take the same line of sight on the dwarves running away.
What the fuck? Bro.
All right. All
Bro.
right. All right. I'm going to start with the non-crits for easier math first, because they do hit. 21.
Tenebris, what are you feeding your kids?
What are you feeding them? That's a good question.
Please.
Pure magic.
Okay.
Lucky Charms.
Lucky.
Lucky Charms.
So I dressed up as a leprechaun, for things. And one of the kids took a picture and then took that picture of me and turned it into a wanted poster for me, wanted for $100 million for stealing Lucky Charms from wherever.
Hell yeah.
And the best part is he dresses as a leprechaun out of spite.
Yes. It was 100% out of spite. All right. Well, Whitesnake just shows up her siblings and just eradicates those ones as they try to flee by. One of them gets knocked in, I imagine, into the fire pit. And that is that.
Literally said, I will not be shown up.
Jahir will walk up next to Grary see that there's only a few left. How spiteful is he towards the dwarves?
He's like a cat person. Or no, he's a lynx. He's close.
He's a
That's
lynx.
cat.
He's also
That's technically a cat.
he's a druid, though. Okay, I think he will dash over this way just so he can get a better view and say to the others, there's one back there. Don't let him get away. And that is his turn. Kelly.
Yes. Um. hmm, I was gonna cast fireball. Um.
So you can't.
Oh, I know. I'm trying.
Do it.
Sorry, I got thrown off. Like I was like paying attention, and then I got thrown off by something of my name. Fireball level 5, and
No, one asshole way back here. Don't think you can reach them. And you got the one asshole here. Those are the
I
only
figured I'd do the. I figured I'd do the guys. Yeah, I forgot how to draw things on this. But the two over here closer to me, I was gonna try and attack.
The bird guy is on your side.
Oh, sorry.
casually commit a war crime.
If you want to kill Aether, cool. But
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time this group committed a war crime.
I'm just saying he'll probably fight back.
Okay, then I'll attack the, I guess, only other one that's the farthest away.
Okay.
Okay, no.
Oh shit, you're just in range to burn him to cinders.
Yeah. You gotta click on the name.
Oh, sorry, I always forget.
I like how the D&D creators thought, yeah, carrying around a ball of bat shit or some salt and sulfur is a good idea for a third level spell.
Aren't all material components just kind of puns?
Some of them are.
I'm not certain. I don't really pay attention to most of them.
So some of them are really weird.
Which is why I'm glad that we just kind of go with, if it's not a super important spell, we're just not going to bother thinking about it.
Yeah, like Find Familiar being like, what is it, like 10 pounds of incense or something crazy like that? What the fuck? Why am I burning so much
Seriously?
incense, bro?
10 pounds, that's a lot!
It is a lot of incense. I don't know.
Incense
It's
is
like
not-
I think it's like a gold value of incense.
Okay. Callie, is that your turn?
Yeah.
Brass brazier is specifically what you need, and who the fuck carries that around?
You never know. You never know. Okay. So I'm gonna say since the hordes were taken out, and we just have these 2 dwarves remaining.
Cold.
Let's play another quick round to see what happens. Tenebris, what do you do?
I cast Step.
You cast Stab. My favorite spell.
Step.
My favorite spell.
Stab.
Stab.
A little stab.
Why do I have so many damn attacks? Why is my doing me just like, what the fuck? Wait.
The most aggressive spell that the scariest spell that a wizard can have. Step
Stab.
forward.
Step and stab.
A step and stab is very scary for a wizard.
Step.
Yeah.
I cast step and then I cast stab.
Wait. Fix me soon. I just hit my. There it is.
Yeah, I know that 2 damage reduction doesn't look like a lot, but that would be a lot.
That
That
is a
shit
lot.
adds up.
That 2 lightning damage doesn't exist. Now.
Okay.
Each
Thundered.
sword attack.
He's slashed.
Dang.
He's double slashed.
The
I mean
math checks out.
that's almost a minor resistance potion. Almost off at one
Yeah.
point.
But the math checks out.
Shit, I'm mathing? Fuck.
I'm mathing.
Shit.
I suck at mathing.
Yeah, we know.
I'm
One
still
whole-
stupid.
Don't I have
We
one
were playing
more?
Blueprints yesterday, and we were looking at a clock, and I was like, what fucking time does that say? I can't read fucking time. Turns out I can't read because we were looking from the back of the clock, from, like, the wrong side. Because we're inside of a clock tower, and I was like, what the fuck? That's not the right time. And me and my friends, I swear, argued about this shit for, like, 10 minutes, and then I was like, oh, wait, we're on the inside of a clock tower. That's why I can't read the fucking clock. Duh. Yeah, I knew that, bro. Look, I'm stupid, bro.
Spatial awareness.
This is your This is your brain on drugs. Frying egg.
This is your brain normally. Three frying eggs.
This is Brandon's brain. Frying egg.
Okay.
Street spring. Spilled milk.
This is when Brandon's listening to music.
Lord
Whipping cream.
Gravitas, what do you do?
He chillin'. He big chillin'.
Oh.
I have a feeling someone named Scorpions doesn't care about kill stealing. None of those were hit though. I had a reroll. And that one. +7. That doesn't hit anyone either. Alright. This guy is going to
Sometimes you just need that flat soda. Jesus, all these fucking crits.
Holy crits, man.
Holy
he's at
shit!
he's at disadvantage though because of foresight. So he goes towards
Damn.
Tenebris for 2, and then he goes towards Aether for 3.
I looked
and,
down and said,
That's
"Ooh, a
that's
soda."
11.
Don't I
natty.
get an opportunity attack?
If
What
you
did I
want to
let-
take it, you can take it, sure.
Just Warcaster apply for Booming Blade?
Yes.
That's 11 natties.
Is it
So
bad
far.
that you guys make me feel like I'm playing Wizard wrong? Like,
No, I
That's
love
crazy.
the Alec Wizard. I love the Alec Wizard though.
Blade Singer is also broken. So.
Blitzsinger makes me feel like I'm playing Wizard wrong.
Bladesinger is strong. Right now it's only broken because I was allowed a lot of full power bullshit.
I can see that.
Oh, Oh, damn it. I hit the wrong thing.
Like I'm a wizard with 30 con right now. It's insane.
Ah!
God bless this wizard.
Tenebris truly is a muscle wizard.
I cast fist.
Cast
Is there-
sword.
If you know Cyanide and Happiness, Monk, that.
Blank. Yes.
Dunk.
On his fingers, he's just a guy, but really strong.
Okay, I'm gonna spend an inspiration and give you each one. So I can increase this guy's speed.
Well, we're all getting one.
And then
Anyone else overflowing with inspiration?
Not,
then I'm gonna have a bonus action that he's gonna use an athletics check. That's it. That's sad. Ah,
my cup is
That's
my cup
okay.
is full. My cup is rather full right now.
30 plus is 70. Yeah. Okay. So this guy
Tell me what.
runs.
Booming blade.
Not
No,
that guy.
no, different
Other
dog.
guy.
Oh, too bad.
Other guy. It's okay.
This guy thinks he's
Greg.
fun.
This guy is he's oh my goodness.
Jesus, mother of fuck.
Bro.
A lot of crits today.
That's 2 for him. That's 12 crits. 12 natties. Both,
Alright,
both.
so I'll be expecting all my rolls to be under 10 today.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
The under 10
We took all the
chronicle.
good.
Yes.
We took all the good rolls. So Breton can't have any.
No, it's okay. I'm used to that though. I think I'm prepared for that every session.
I was such as like, I wonder how many under 10s we're gonna get. Yeah.
It's somehow you're still the biggest badass every session.
Hey man. Big
Only because of dwarven resilience is he still alive.
Breton, you fail at failing.
I do fail at failing, but sometimes I feel like I fail at succeeding, so I don't know where I stand.
Well,
It's so funny because my nephew said that to me the other day, which is crazy.
fuck.
My nephew has been, my nephew's been listening to the sessions.
Oh dear God.
Oh, that's funny.
He wants to get more into like playing D&D, and I tell him, I'm like, yeah, I play all the time, and we record the sessions. So he's on like episode 6 or something, and I was like, dude, you have no idea. Like, just wait.
You're fucking dumb.
I was like,
Ah,
bro.
you're already immunizing him against the crazy with our crazies. I'm not thinking.
Yes. So I'm like, you're learning what it's like to have a good, stable D&D group that is also fucking insane. So it's
Well,
good.
roughly stable.
Yeah.
We're halfway stable.
We get that.
Define stable.
As in,
Yeah.
everyone is still here. Everyone that's still
Yeah.
here.
I would-
so-
Consistent. It's probably
Okay.
worse.
Yes.
White Snake takes out
I am not
this
stable.
dwarf there.
I don't know.
Okay, we're not talking about mentally stable. Absolutely fucking not.
Oh no, we lost that niche a long time
We can
ago.
never beat those allegations. Those aren't even
Yeah.
allegations. We just confirm it. We admit to
We
it.
ate a rat on like episode 2.
Episode 2.
So
Not just ate it, cooked it. Personally
yeah.
helped cook it.
oh yeah,
Killed it
we
and
tried.
personally helped cook it.
We tried. Like it wasn't like an accident. Like, oh, the rat's in the soup.
Okay.
Oh no.
Jahir will take his turn to say that from his current standing position, the guy's about 200 feet away from him. So he says, "Archers, get up here!" But nevertheless, that's his turn. Callie, what do you do? Yeah, one guy running away. It's an open grasslands. So you see sort of his silhouette. From your position, he's about 250 feet away. What do you want to do?
Sorry. Can you give me 1 second? I loaded acting. Sorry.
Okay. We'll go to Tenebris then, real quick. Go back to you. What do you do, Tenebris?
Why not? I'm going to haste myself, use my hasted action to run after the guy, and I have 200 feet now. So, yes.
I'm sorry, what?
Who mumbled the latter half of that?
Haste! Hasted action, dash, 200 feet, chase.
Oh.
Okay. So you will dash 200 feet from your current position, and he will be 10 feet away from you.
Jesus Christ.
This motherfucker.
Sweet.
Can
To
that
trap
man
him
Kind
roll
of
a
back
sanity
here.
save? Can that man roll a sanity save?
That's the thing out of horror films. Yeah, that's fucking when you have the angle down the hallway
But you're still like 10 feet away from him, if that's all your movement.
It is. But remember the speeding, teleporting Goristro? That was horror.
All right. Yes. I'm just gonna say, every time you fight these guys, you wonder why they hate casters.
Yeah, they will be telling stories of why elves suck and
Except
why
they
magic
won't.
is.
No, I wonder. Exactly. I wonder why they're not using magic themselves. That would be the smart thing to do.
Well, this is why they see that you're evil.
Evil. Okay.
Well, evil in
Sorry
recovery.
about that.
Never been like evil is a state of mind. Lol.
How far is he from me?
250 ish. 255.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm reading.
I'm practicing drawing eyeballs, and they kind of look like whales.
Wait,
Okay,
what
how
the
many-
fuck did you say?
Why do I see how many sorcery points I have? I'm sorry.
Should be on your sheet somewhere.
Can I cast haste and make it close enough to cast Overless Gravity?
Cast what?
Overless Gravity.
To make it close enough to do what?
Cast Overless Gravity. Like there we go.
You will hit Tenebris too.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. Tenebris and this guy, there's nothing to grab onto. It is relatively short grass. Yeah, it's not going to hold you. So Tenebris and the sharpshooter rise up 100 feet.
I'm good. I have an eagle whistle.
And I think with that, I'll end my turn.
Okay, wait, let's. All right, what's the distance on reverse gravity?
It's huge.
Most of the time when you guys do this, it's
let's
distance
see.
of 100 feet, so you would not be able to do that.
Ah.
Because he's 250 feet away. Unless that's what you were spending sorcery points on, I'm not sure. Callie, would you like to do something else? Because you're not in range for reverse gravity.
No, I'm sorry, I can't think of anything.
Okay. Lord Gravitas is chilling.
He chill, man. He's
I'm
smoking a
taking him.
doobie.
I'll take him out of initiative then. Scorpions. Move there. And I know he's within range of the 600 feet disadvantage for a longbow. So, 2, 3. Long arcs.
Okay, seriously, what are they eating?
You're the one that made them. 16, so 13. Oh no. Oh, that's the other guy. Never mind. Okay. $16 will just hit. Ooh. 20 damage. Aether is gonna leave it to you all. I'm gonna take him out of initiative. Grary is gonna just chill. Jahir's just gonna chill. The sharpshooter is not engaged yet. You're right there. You move that fast. He's not dumb. I would say, do you speak Dwarvish? Tenebris?
I do not. I just think it's so funny that I only see my name with my health bar.
All right. So, yeah. Gonna use another sharp eye. And he's going to. That's a 6. Okay. Then he's going to.
Side.
13, 23. Okay. I have him. I think at this point is when he will roll sanity. Okay. Um. Oh, disadvantage. So 16. The 16.
It's a great sword.
Oh, well. Pretty much the same damage. We're back to you, Kelly. What do you want to do? Okay. Kelly, are you there? It's your turn again.
Oh, I did not realize I was muted. I literally was saying I was going to break the concentration and make them fall. Sorry.
As we discussed, you were not in range for reverse gravity, so
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood.
uh
I think I'm not really gonna do anything. I don't think I'm in range for anything.
okay. Then I will take you off of initiative for now. And Tenebris moves up to the poor dwarf. He takes a knee and shifts in to be on both knees as he looks up to you. Scraggly white beard hanging down to his chest. He throws his gun off to the side. He shows his arms open wide. You're not sure what he says in Dwarvish, but it's not a nice thing by the tone. What do you want to do, Tenebris?
Yeah. I could kill him now and end his suffering, or I could let him live with this humiliation for the rest of his life. He's gonna have sleepless nights about this. I think that's better. Yeah. I'm just turn around and walk away.
Okay. Alright. You're gonna use your full move.
Yeah, why not? Back to the group.
200 feet. Alright.
Double dash, actually, just to make it all the way back. Or if 200 is enough, then yeah, dead.
Yes. Okay. Scorpions moves towards you and then walks past you and looks down towards the dwarf, still kind of kneeling there, obviously confused. Wisdom. Okay. He will ready his attack action for now. Iron Maiden will walk over Yeah. 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 She doesn't pick up on the vibe. All of them miss. The Georgian half is moved to stand. Object interaction to pick back up his gun. And then he's going to 10 plus another 25. And then he'll bonus action. Get himself another 30 as he sprints. White Snake. We're just gonna let him get away, she says to Tenebris, and walks past him, using her full turn to kind of get a better view of him. She draws a bow, ready to fire at him. Do you tell her no? Because otherwise she will.
If you wish, you can kill him, but I really don't see the point.
She fires. The first one will hit. It is not enough to kill him. It's enough to make him stumble. Resilient creatures. It would be fun, she turns back to you and says a little louder, to hunt them down. A little more sport, yes? She smiles. Scorpions kind of turns, waiting to see your response. Do you let your children go hunt this dwarf down?
Go and knock yourselves out, kiddos.
Okay. I will say that's what they spend their time doing while you guys stop here. Jahir is going to roll a quick survival check. I do not see a trail of the army itself. I believe we made our way ahead of them somehow. Do we head them off? Charge into their ranks? My storm of vengeance is ready once I see them. Or
There's a bear shit in the woods.
it
Yes,
does.
we do.
Jahir will yell off to Grary, and they will start to make movements, kind of turning more south by southwest now, as they pick up on the trail of this scouting group and follow it back towards where they came from, the army itself. And all right, that will take you guys a couple hours of trekking before you'll be within eyesight for the Storm of Vengeance. It will take you the better part of a day to get in range for anything other than that. Unless you have another spell like Storm of Vengeance that literally has a range of sight. So, like, a lot of the other spells you'd be able to see in the distance, them doing things at their camp and whatnot, but you would still have to hike through quite a good ways before you get to them. Nevertheless, not too long, but it would take a couple hours thereafter to hike through, a couple miles.
Could
'Cause
always try
usually,
to teleport into range.
you run the same risk, not as extreme because you're not traveling as far, but you do run the same risk of a teleport to mishap or be off track. That's the
But it
only
sucks.
downside to that, I would say. Is you could move yourself back, whether on accidentally, like back another day, if it mishaps. So, you do have a significant amount of inspiration right now, so you could manipulate that, I imagine, pretty easily. Um, so that's up to you guys. Callie and Tenebris, what do you want to do?
Kali is having a bit of an emergency right now, so not really sure what she's gonna do. And what I would do is Silver Alchemy would wear off if you walk, but I have a potion of vitality, so it's not a big issue. Oh. That would still have like 212.
So
Yeah, fuck it, with teleporting. I want to keep my mega health.
okay. Well, you haven't had a long rest since your last teleport, so there's that. I so but nevertheless,
Pretty sure Gravitas used to teleport. Let me double check.
that would make sense. If that's the case, that's fine.
Yep, he lost his spell slot, so just the first 7th level spell he used. Since I had him.
All right. Right. So this is I don't know. This is like kind of a description ish. Kind of seen casually. You haven't actually seen it, so I'd say description. So do you want to do anything with that 46?
I honestly don't even really know what 46 does. That is so much text.
This is why I open up the other thing. 46 on a description would mean that it transports you to a similar area. This is actually scarier in some ways to me than a mishap. Because a mishap just means you re-roll and something else happens. Similar area means that literally it could be anywhere else, even on a different plane, that just looks the same.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, let's pump for inspiration into it for plus 20.
You're the only one who hasn't gone to a different planet.
Okay, if you give plus 20, that gets us to a 66, which with the description will bring you to an off target.
Maybe we should go to a different plane of existence. That could be fun.
So off target is not as bad as similar area, but is a distance that is rolled. Okay, so we will roll the 2d10. Okay, so d8 first. Then d10. Right. 14. Go to the big map. All right. All right. Okay. Yeah, that's yeah. Okay. So then trying to get there. Okay. That's 30. Do some math. Where did you go? Okay, so it actually wasn't that bad.
Sweet.
However, I would need. Why don't you roll with advantage a survival check to represent the other NPCs assisting to kind of gauge where you're at, and I'll roll one for Callie real quick. All right.
Not horrible.
Not horrible, but does beat the DC. You're both able to glean. Callie gets some more specific with the information, I imagine, from paying attention to the travels you've already done, and you find a smoke cloud, rather faint, south of you. She gauges about 4 or 5 miles. You don't see anything other than the dust cloud at this point. You're too far away, but you're pretty sure the dust cloud is the camp itself. You're just 4 or 5 miles north of it than you intended to be. So, how do you want to travel there? I guess is the question.
Guess
The
we can
question-
walk. That's not very far away.
No, it would take you about an hour, considering how you're probably moving at the slowest person's pace, which is Callie or Grary or Jahir. They're all about 30 feet. So it would take you about an hour or so to get there.
Would it be even quicker if I long stride at them?
Take like 45 minutes to get there. Take off some time.
Why not? Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
you can target one additional
40.
creature. Alright, so both of them. Just the second level.
Okay. Jot down some notes. All right.
I don't have it noted down in my sheet for some reason. How long does heightened senses last?
I do not know off the top of my head. And so give me a minute because I was looking at something else. All right. We will switch at this point, since you guys got a good amount of time there. To go to Birdman.
That's me.
And
It's you.
Birdman is trailing through the grasslands. He's about to hit forest lands before the mountains. And you know this is gonna take maybe a day. The Tarrasque moves pretty fast on the whole. And when he wants to be, which you can kind of help with some of those things to be sure. However, along the way, you're just like trekking along, and you're on top of the Tarrasque head, kind of bouncing here and there as he takes his long strides, and then he just stops. And you can see in the distance ahead of you the forest. You're not sure if he stops because of the trees or whatnot. His head's so big to where you can't see his eyes unless you climb down about 30 feet. And before you even get a chance to do so, in your mind's eye, you hear his weird voice. I got a question.
What?
I got a query. I want to know an answer to something.
I'm sorry, did you say query?
I heard that word the other day.
Okay. Okay.
By context, I understand it to be a question.
By context? What the fuck am I listening to? I'm so shook, bro.
But I got a question. You
Okay.
gonna answer my question?
I can try to the best of my ability to answer your question, yes.
Okay. You have what's called a name.
Sure.
Yeah, you're the Birdman. Is my name Tarrasque? Do I have a name?
Oh
Is
my
that
god.
a name? Or is that just like what people call me because they're scared of me?
That is, well, they are scared of you. You are the greatest beast in all the realms.
I know, I'm pretty cool.
Oh god. Oh god. But I don't know. Maybe you have a name, but people just call you the Tarrasque. Like they call me the Birdman. You know? Like, I mean, we could come up with a name for you if you wanted to come up with a name. Do you have like a good idea for a name?
Nope.
No. Okay. Well, that doesn't help. I mean, do you want to be called a name? Do you just want to be called Tarrasque? Do you have
I don't know. Is that what? I just figured that would be easier instead of you yelling, Tarrasque. It might be easier if you go, rock, sky, green,
Okay, well, you don't want to be called rock, sky, or green. That would be...
tree.
I understand the meaning of this. But you don't have like a you don't want to be called anything specific? Like you can't think of anything.
Oh gosh, I don't know. I just feel like all of a sudden I have this question out of nowhere.
That's really weird. Yeah, I also feel like this is really out of left field.
I don't know why I'm thinking about these things.
Yeah, I don't know why you're thinking. He like looks up at the sky, like what the fuck?
What? I've never done this before?
No.
Think?
No. The only thing
I
you've
feel
ever
like
thought
I
about
have.
is eating.
I feel like I have. I feel like I remember seeing a beautiful, beautiful thing in the sky.
Yeah, that's the sun.
Yeah, and she's gonna be my girlfriend.
Jeez.
What the fuck?
What? So that's what he meant with eat the sun!
Well, that's a different type of eating there.
Birdman is so shook. How does he know what these words are?
He doesn't even know.
Girlfriend.
Yeah,
So
she's
you want the
so
sun to be
beautiful,
your girl?
but
You
she's
wanna-
so small. What's her
wanna keep your
name? Oh, the
girlfriend?
sun. No, but she's small.
She is small.
That's not. The sun's not small. She hasn't been here in a couple days.
No, I've been wondering when she's gonna come back.
See, she's awesome.
It's awesome.
So, what could I be called to impress her?
Why don't you ask her what she wants to call you?
But she's not here. You're here.
Well, I don't know what to call you either. I just been calling you the Tarrasque for like 5 years.
Okay. Well, we got a built-in relationship.
That is true. We do have a building relationship. It's very scary, but we do have one.
You know. Whoa. You feel that?
How do you know about building relationships? Yeah, what am I supposed to be
You don't
doing?
need to just stop. Be quiet for a second.
Okay.
You can see he just stops.
Just tell you to shut up.
Fucking Tarrasque to tell me to shut up. Yo.
Wait,
What the
You gave him intelligence, guys.
How the tables have turned on my ass.
I regret nothing, and I regret nothing.
Hold on, be silent. What the fuck?
The fuck are you on about?
Hey, what's
Who the
that
fuck do you
over
think you
there?
are?
He points off in a weird
He
direction.
points? Like
He
goes,
points. He
What the
lifts
fuck?
up his right arm and he points. I would like you to roll a perception check.
I would
He's
like
also-
to remind you all he got dexterity and charisma too, so the int
What
buff
the
has got to be pretty
fuck am
significant.
I watching, bro?
Okay.
What is?
With the 34, you see in the distance, not too far actually. They had to get really close, but they're running and they're zigzagging on the ground, and it's like you're like almost 200 feet up or so. Yeah, you're decent. 100 feet up. Sorry, like 100 feet up. So you're a decent ways down, but you see these like Animaesus zigzagging and running away from the Tarrasque. One of them stops and sees that the Tarrasque is pointing, and honestly is just like dumbfounded for a second, and it then like screams and starts to run. I would like you to roll also if you are proficient in Arcana check, if not just intelligence.
I mean, I will roll the Arcana check because it's gonna be the same thing. Because
Okay.
I'm not.
That's enough.
Enough.
That's definitely enough.
Don't know why
Wasn't
you
a
know,
ve-
but you know.
It wasn't a very high DC, and it's also, magic. You do some magic. Nevertheless, one of the guys, when you first stopped him, they were positive before they started running, and then before they turned around to like, oh my god, he's pointing at us, and then started to run some more. Like one of the initial things that just took you a moment to kind of process what they were doing. They are coming within range to cast a hunter's mark upon the Tarrasque
What the fuck?
to keep a gauge, because you know what hunter's mark does. Like, so they obviously it lasts for a time. The higher the level, the longer it can last for. So someone has just come up to cast a hunter's mark upon the Tarrasque so they can keep an eye on him from a distance, so to speak.
Okay.
Which
feel
confirms but you see something, and then the Tarrasque notices it too, and then the Tarrasque kind of growls, and you see I imagine Hunter's Mark, it leaves this divine energy kind of attached to it in a way. Like this mark kind of appears that allows them to follow things and whatnot, right? And they kind of adhere to the thing. I want to find the thing. It's the thing.
Find the thing.
All right. I wasn't reading and I was trying to. Ah, yes. The Tarrasque growls, and this divine mark that gets placed upon the Tarrasque just shatters and dissipates. And you can see that they've used in these few moments like 12 different spell slots trying to get a hunter's mark to stick on the Tarrasque, and it won't work.
Oh my god.
And then they see you, and now they have a new target, but you're much further away. They'd have to climb on the Tarrasque. So are they going to be brave enough to do that? We'll see. The Tarrasque does have tremor sense and blind sight, so good luck getting close. You know that already.
Right.
But this confirms, this is me revealing another ability that the Tarrasque has. Oh, I put it on mute.
What if I chose to just slingshot myself at these people?
So the Tarrasque literally it just doesn't work unless he wants it to.
Oh, cool.
Like detected by spells, like because it's a divine spell, it just doesn't work on him unless he wants it to. And he's
I
like,
have a
no, I
question.
don't know these guys.
Have you
So who are those?
Have you always been able to do that?
Maybe. I want to say
Maybe.
yes. I want to say yes,
Aw.
but I think it's more like before it was like a burp, just
Right.
happened. Now I can control it, and there's a growl and a rumble, and you hear the Animaesus. Ah! They start to run because they're not sure what's going on.
Hey,
What-
if you guys could do me a favor and stop pissing him off, I'd appreciate that.
Ooh, stop them! He jumps.
No,
90
no.
feet in the air, 90 feet across. You grab on desperately to his horns, and he's next to one of them, and they just continue to run and scream. And they don't hear him. All they hear is roars. You hear him. Hey, stop! I just want to talk!
Okay.
What are you doing?
That's fucking crazy. Okay, they can only hear roars. I think I'm the only one who can hear you, buddy. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna go down there and talk to them. We're gonna
What?
figure it out.
I can't speak to them!
No, you can't.
Roar, roar, roar. It's just what it sounds like.
Oh, they think they think they made him mad, but he's just.
I was
It's
wondering
okay,
if I could earn some relationship advice from you.
We will we will work on the speaking thing later. Hold on 1 second. I'll bring it back. Just chill right here. And I'll go figure out what's up with these dudes, all right? And
Aw.
I climb down.
Okay.
I go talk to these dudes like I imagine I'm very fast. I could probably catch up to these guys. It's like, what are you doing? And I do it obviously in the most creepy, weird, spider-like skin quilt way. I just kind of show up like, what the fuck are you doing?
You eventually catch up to one of them. The others
Cool.
dart and dash away. And you realize the only reason you get up to him is because he's tiny. He's trying. He is trying, but he is small. And you have this low-level ranger, that has been tasked with this insane thing that's scared to death. He is a Felis. He's a small little cat folk, house cat size. And I'm going to. Where are you? Here you are. He's so cute. He's a little tiger. He's a little tiger.
His chubby cheeks.
I have him
He's-
picked up by his tail, like with the skin quilt. Like what
he's
the fuck are you doing?
like a foot and a half tall. We You are. Uh, what? What is going on? Are you gonna eat me?
No. Not
Oh.
if you don't cooperate.
So you are gonna eat me?
I could eat you. I'm not. I don't wanna.
I
but
didn't think
could.
elves ate. Are you an elf? You don't look like an elf. What is that on your
I'm-
back?
Oh, this is
It's starting to stare at me. It has an
Yes.
eyeball on it.
Oh, I look at it. Does it have an eyeball on it? Oh shit!
It's grown something that looks like an eyeball just to be intimidating. It's not actually an eyeball. It's just mimicking an eyeball.
I was like, I flipped it. I'm like, what the fuck? I go, ah! I like smack it. Oh, no, it's not an eyeball. It's just being a weirdo.
Like it, it, it's thinking. I feel like it's thinking about me.
It is thinking about you. It's thinking about eating you.
Okay. And then you hear in your mind's eye, "Can I come over yet?"
No.
What's
Okay.
his name?
Okay, what is your name? The Tarask would like to know what your name is.
What? He can.
I know. I
Speak?
know. No, he can't
How?
speak. That's why he keeps roaring. He thinks he can speak, but he can't. But he is.
How do you know he can?
It's a
think
recent
he-
development. Okay, it's a long story. He's in my head. I am the shadow of the beast. My name is Birdman. And what is your name?
I am a cat.
Your name is a cat.
No. He just gets confused as he knows your name is like a bird, and you don't look anything like a bird by this point. Like nothing at all. There's like one black feather on your shoulder still.
I think like the only thing that makes me look like a bird is like the gas mask part of the skin quilt. Other than that, it's like, no, not really.
You kind of have wings. Yes, I am Sherthiz, of the towers to the southeast. I am a walker. I have come to.
What does that mean?
What?
You're a walker. What the fuck does that mean?
I
Everybody
am
walks, bro.
a leader of my people.
Ah, okay. I understand. I'm not an Animaesus, so I don't really understand this whole culture thing. I'm kind of just
No.
walking around.
You are not.
No.
Why is the beast heading west?
Well, it was heading west because I was trying to get it away from all of the villages, but now I'm thinking I have to send it north because that's really where it wants to go, to the sea. It wants to eat the sun. Actually, recent development, it wants to make the sun its girlfriend. That's neither here nor there.
The little fellas. He keeps his sanity for now. He's obviously just like eyes agape, mouth drawn open, just like partially drooling in shock. Just like, what?
This may come of shock to you, but it has somehow gained the sentience to be amicable and normal. I don't know. It just started talking to me about what we should.
What
name
did
it
you
today.
do to it?
I just became best friends with it. I'm literally like, we're homies. Me and the Tarask, we have an understanding.
The Tarask is supposed to be mindless.
I am the shadow of the beast. Yes, I think I'm getting to the point where I'm the mindless one, which is really starting to scare me.
You're going. I have no idea what you're talking about by this point.
Okay, listen. Go get your buddies, your walker buddy. Are you a walker? Are all your buddies walkers? Is everybody a walker?
My buddies are walker. No, not everyone is a walker. You have to be ordained from a great. Oh my God. Is
I'm
he
not an
back?
Animaesus.
Is he back there, waving at me?
He is. I think he is. I can feel him waving at you.
What is the beast? This is not the beast.
It is the beast. No, it's the beast. Oh no, it's the beast. But listen, let me tell you that things are changing on this plane of existence. Things are changing on this.
No shit.
Yeah. Tell that to your gods, man.
Jock
Chalk it up with chalk it up with your gods. Yeah, it's exactly what I was gonna say. It was gonna be
Jock
a pun on
works
Jock.
and work.
Yeah.
He changes like the winds and
Oh yeah, he
This
changed some
wind
shit.
is not what we were expecting. I must go report this to Elitz before they leave.
What you say to me?
Can you put me down? I need to go northwest
How far northwest do you have to go?
to the mountain pass.
Can I take the Jurassic there, or should I just like? Can I just?
Oh, no. Well, yes.
I need to go. Why
Are
don't
you
bring-
trying to... The Tarask is your friend?
Yes. Well, yes. He said we're building a relationship, which I mean, I think he's gained interplanetary intelligence.
What?
I don't know.
How
Like,
is this happening?
I
Elitz
know.
must know that the beast is leaving the lands, and that we do not... It has gone from the city. We must tell him before...
Yes.
Now, so put me down.
No, I have to go
Please?
with you. No,
No, but why? No, if you go, they will surely not understand.
no, they will. I'm the Shadow of the Beast. They must understand.
This is Elitz we're talking about.
Okay, and I'm the Shadow of the Beast, and they must understand.
This is Flim we're talking about. These are not... They do not... They will only listen to a walker.
No, that sucks. Then ordain me.
You are not an Animaesus.
Well, then shut up. I am the Shadow of the Beast. This was my task given to you. This was my task given to me by your gods to take the beast, to eat the sun.
But you're not an Animaesus.
I know. That's. I think we got off on the wrong foot here, bro. Hello, my name is Birdman. I am the Shadow of the Beast. I have brought the beast from the city of Salt all the way to wherever the fuck we are now. It's been many days. So the fact that you guys haven't heard that the beast has left in many days, it sounds like your organization kind of sucks at passing information. That's not my problem, okay? But what I do know is I am trying to help you guys by not killing everyone. I mean, I could. I don't want to, but I could. Because the last Shadow of the Beast just wanted to kill everybody with the mindless beast. But now I'm freaking out because I have a beast that is waving at people and asking me, hey, what's his name? How you doing? He sounds exactly like that, by the way. What's his name? How you doing? Oh, I just want to say hi. And all that. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. So you have two options. I either eat you and you don't go back, or we go back together and we figure this shit out. Cool? I eat you and I take your memories of where all your friends are, and then I go to your friends and I tell them, hey, I ate that guy, I'm sorry. Or, you know.
That's... One option is my suicide. The other option is yours.
No, I'm not going to die. I have the Tarask. I'll just
The
be reborn
Jurassic
from
will
it.
not die, but
No, that's what I'm saying. I'll just be eaten and reborn through its
you,
fluids.
if you are the shadow of the beast...
Yeah, I will just be eaten and reborn through its fluids. It'll piss me out tomorrow.
He is so confused by this. He's so just like, so option 1, die now. Option 2, die tomorrow.
No. No. Well,
Well, this is Elitz. I do not think he will take what I am... I will try to speak to him, but I am no bard.
no. I mean, we're gonna speak to him. Like, I'm going to speak to him. I don't care what you do.
He is a powerful, um, I don't know how to explain it. Nevertheless, if you insist.
Okay. Why don't we come up with like a location, so I don't have to go to your place. Like, I can meet you somewhere. I mean, I can get there really fast because he turns to the Tarask. Is it still waving?
No.
What is it doing now?
It's just sitting there patiently waiting for you to like say it can come over and introduce itself.
It would like to come over and introduce itself, but it's going to scream in your face.
Is it going to eat me?
No. Not if I don't tell it to eat you.
You can control what it eats.
Yes. It's been eating dinosaurs for 6 days.
Oh, okay. I didn't think anything was. Okay. Let's go meet the Tarask.
Sure. Let's go meet the Tarrasque. And I carry him over to the Tarrasque.
I imagine you walking up to the Tarask, still holding this thing by its tail,
Yeah.
and then the Tarask arcs down to where it can be as level
Oh my
as it can
God.
be. And then the Tarask, in your mind's eye, you hear, "Hi, nice to meet you. I'm the Tarask.
The actual.
We've been on a trail for a few days, and I met this hot lady, and yeah." And then all he hears is roar.
What's
Just
really
this
happening
loud-
is the end of Dead Man's Chest, where it's just like slobbering on us and like big shit everywhere. When Jack's looking into the mouth of the Kraken, it's just like
Yes. Yes. Just the live up. Everywhere. That's funny.
Okay. All right, Tarask. I'm gonna take. What was your name again?
Sherthes.
Sherith is cool. I'm gonna take Sherithus back to his hometown. If you want to, vibe for a minute, just hopefully, if you just want to wait here for your girlfriend, and continue to eat some dinosaurs, or
You think she's gonna come again today?
I think she might come back soon. I did tell her that she was always welcome back.
Oh goodness! Oh goodness! Do
You
I
know
look
what? Why don't-
alright?
Yeah, you look fine. Let me.
He grabs a tree and starts to like scrape under his belly and in his crotch and stuff.
This is the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life.
This Sherthes is just sitting there, just like he's not struggling being held upside down this entire time. He's in that much shock that where he's just sitting there, arms crossed, just like watching, just in awe.
Great. So, yeah, just stay here and wait for your girlfriend. And how long is the journey back to this place?
I
Numbers,
close
man,
the sheet.
numbers.
He rolled well enough. Well, by my travels, it would take me 4 or 5 days from our current position. The beast, I assume, is much faster.
Well, I'm not
based.
taking the beast. I think I will just be going.
Oh, well, then it will take us about 4 or 5 days.
No, it won't.
How?
I am. Are you a ranger?
I am training to be. I have
Okay,
learned Hunter's Mark and Goodberry.
this is good. Well, let's go. And then I think the skin quilt just launches us in a direction. Like, let's go. Just
Climbs on top of the Tarask, uses the 2 horns on top of its head as a slingshot, and just
protect your gooch while I'm holding this guy. And then I travel for however long it takes me to go through. Hopefully the
Okay.
Tarask doesn't do anything in 5 days to fuck shit up.
Birdman, get 2 inspiration points
Oh god.
for leaving the Tarask and letting Sherthes survive.
The fuck? Why is there Dude, Linkin Park literally just started playing in my living room. What is happening?
Fuck.
Like I'm traveling and just Linkin Park. Very nice.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to roll now for the future session
They're gonna get
that this
bored.
will apply to. Of yes, an intelligence save. It is proficient in intelligence saves, just so you know. That would happen before you rose its
Nice.
intelligence. I'm gonna roll an intelligence save for each of the days to see if he gets bored.
Okay, I have 8 inspiration. This cannot go badly, right?
This can- I will say it is the Tarask. So DC. We'll say a DC of 15, right in the middle. First day,
Oh, God.
he chills. He waits for Ember. That's all he does.
What are the chances of Ember coming back? What's the over-
Well,
It's a
now
plus
that
8
you've
in save.
Well,
okay, well, do I need to even roll any of the other ones by that point? I need to roll one for her.
Oh God.
I need to roll a charisma save for Ember.
She can speak telepathically with it. She'll find out that it's intelligent.
I feel like that's not the thing to.
Charisma save.
Can you imagine just this fucking monstrosity, gargantuan nightmare thing just goes up to you like, "Hey, I saw you over there. You want to get a drink sometime?"
Mm-hmm. That's literally what he's gonna try to do.
Okay, so the first day he just chills. The second day he starts to get bored, but he doesn't move. He rolled really well. So my mind is that he and I'm gonna roll a check for him. He makes something in the landscape to like profess his love to Ember.
Oh my God. Yes,
Uh,
dude.
So he rolls a performance check. That's pretty good. Uh,
Fuck yes, dude.
so, in some homage to Eros, I would like to say, he makes a mural of his feelings in the dirt and mud and with trees and rocks, and he finds a bunch of flowers and
He
makes
makes
them.
art?
He makes art.
He has
He
enough
makes art.
intelligence to make art? What did we do? We fucked up.
No, we didn't.
This is hilarious.
This is great.
This is so good. Oh, this is awesome. This is a great
So-
investment of time.
And then he's like finishing the mural,
Oh my God.
and she like, okay, and to be clear, I don't know if you guys have picked up on this. She's the only one not affected by his earthbind. Like she's been able to
Right.
fly the entire time around him.
Right.
So she flies up to him and is like above him, like above his head while he's like working on the detailed parts of like one of the mountain ranges that he's like drawing in the distance. And she whispers to him, "Oh, that's good." Scares the shit out of him, right? And then that interaction happens. I'm gonna roll a competing charisma save from both of them. Now she doesn't lose her shit. She talks to him. That was the first charisma save. Okay, of the 22. Now she needs to. Where did I close? No, she just moved there. Okay, she does. All right, she needed to beat that 17. They, in a weird Disney montage that echoes something akin to Beauty and the Beast.
I knew it.
The Beauty and the Beast
Fuck
start to
yes.
fall for each other.
Fuck yes,
What
dude.
is going on?
Fuck yes, dude.
When I woke
can
up this
see
We
what-
morning-
reached Disney levels.
I am
Okay.
Lumiere, bro. I'm the goat.
But
Now,
you cannot sit here and tell me this is another you ruined my sex life incident. You cannot just tell me
This
this
is
shit came out of
so-
fucking nowhere.
This is so good. I'm gonna come back after 5 days and they're just gonna be like oogling and ogling each other. I'm like, what the fuck did I miss, bro?
there are consequences to it.
Well, to be fair, this is way better than what I thought was gonna happen. I thought I was gonna be stealing the Terras's girl. Turns out, this is the best case scenario. This is awesome. I'm like, what the fuck, bro?
All right.
He discovered love in the 5 days I was gone. Oh my
He
god.
discovered love. All right, now I need to roll for Emer.
That's pretty good.
Oh,
I can't wait for the Terras to figure out how to polymorph.
Oh gods. Polymorph knows how to
To be with the one he loves. Oh my
no
god.
no.
dude.
Polymorph and knows how to teleport to whatever planet because he so he wants.
Yup.
I know the perfect place for our honeymoon, and the perfect place for our wedding, and the perfect place for us to live. Got a beach house, got a winter home, summer home, a spring home.
oh,
Dude,
goodness.
this is gonna be crazy.
Not exactly how I thought this was gonna go.
Yeah, you're telling
That's
me.
okay.
Mm.
I thought Birdman and Ember would have had their own dinner by this point,
Yeah, that's what I thought. But here
but
we are.
you left him alone. So.
did. He has the riz.
All right, I'm gonna drop Ember down to represent that now.
Well, I guess this is what
And
Jacques
then-
meant.
Yeah, this is a change.
This is a change. This is
Jacques,
indeed
Jacques
a change.
did tell me this shit was gonna happen.
Okay, this is not anything Birdman would know by this point. So that's interesting too. It's like it's about a dramatic irony.
Yeah, this is really
Uh,
crazy.
Okay, Birdman, you are starting your way north-ish, with Sherthez as you make your way to the other walkers. By the time you arrive there, well, to be clear, I'm gonna move you another day. So by the time you've moved about 60 miles or so from where the Jurassic is, about 2 days
Yeah.
of time, well, probably closer to 70, but nevertheless. You is about when, for timeline purposes, is about when Eros is getting ready to return home.
Oh shit.
So, Birdman is not in the city of Salt when Eros returns.
No, I'm not.
We have a clear line with that idea. Okay. Amu
Yes.
is where I want to jump to next, but before we jump there, I need to pee real quick. So I'm gonna go take a quick potty break, and then we'll come back with Amu. And Amu, we are going to be picking up after a day-ish, kind of somewhat through the night-ish with how the timeline worked. You traveling astride an elk, and then we're gonna pick up with you creating a storm of vengeance, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So is where we're at. So once we
This is a real Shakespearean tale we're telling today.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
Violence, love, violence, violence, love, violence.
It does feel a little bit like one of the Henry VIII,
Yeah.
King Henry plays. I'm not gonna deny. Except we have multiple kings, or like there's not a true king here. Like I guess that the Taras is the Taras the king?
Yes,
It's
he's the
weird.
greatest of
the
all
king in
beasts.
this situation, yeah.
He's the greatest of all beasts.
So okay, I don't know if any of you
I dare you to
know
tell him
any of.
otherwise.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with any of the King Henry plays, but
Yep.
in three or four of them, there's this character named Falstaff, who's this fat, drunk, best friend of the king.
Yeah, that's me.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's me.
Birdman, yeah, but
in
instead of
concept
drunk,
only. In concept
in
only.
concept only, instead of fat tentacles, instead of drunk,
Not really. I am
spinal
trying to
fluid.
get drunk on spinal fluid. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you're not getting
you're
fat. That's
You're not
the
getting
thing.
fat off it too, either. No, you're kind of withering.
I'm getting fat off eating people. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, let me go use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Are you sure the
What the
skin coat
fuck?
isn't shitting it out?
I think that, dude, I think my metabolism is fucking crazy. I think I'm ripped right now. Like, I think I'm even more ripped than I was before.
I mean, your strength is a shit score though.
Yeah, my strength sucks. So maybe not.
Maybe it's
Oh, my
like
strength's a 10.
it's decent.
It's not bad. It's a decent score. It used to be a 9.
Maybe it's not like you're not ripped, but you know, you're toned. You're certainly
Yeah, I'm
toned.
toned. Yeah, I'm more toned than the last time you saw me.
Yeah, you also look like a fucking monster.
Yeah, I also look terrible. But that's neither here nor there, I guess. Sometimes you can't, pick. Sometimes you gotta pick your battles,
But who's with me in believing that there is absolutely no fucking way that Seth wasn't like okay, maybe not like the Tarask and Ebert getting together, but come on, there's no way you just throw up out of nowhere like, I don't know, what does the Tarask do with this intelligence? Gets horny for Ebert.
I didn't. It's really funny though.
It's funny,
It's funny in concept because I figured it out that was supposed to be the plan. That he probably already was, and that's kind of what he wanted. Because the whole thing is like he was so stupid that the only word he could use is eat the sun. Not live together in harmony forever and love the sun. He probably imagined
Oh my
that
god, he
meant the
turned
same
into
thing.
Soleo.
He probably imagined that meant the same thing.
it's like what?
But now he's
what's
under the
love?
impression with this new intelligence that that is not the same thing.
It's like, wait a second, was I using
Hold
eat
on.
incorrectly?
Yes, you were. For sure, dude.
And then Arrows comes along like, no, you were using it correctly. You just didn't know what you were using it for.
Do not corrupt him. He is the greatest beast in all the lands. He knows what he's doing.
What? You're just trying to get down on the sun?
I honestly have no complaints about this greatest beast on the in all the planes thing. This is so funny. We have to come up with the name. We have to come up with a name for the Tarask now, like a good one, not like a troll one. But like,
Well, I don't know if Sir Reginald is a troll name though, but I guess so.
I mean, I guess he could pick his own name. He's smart enough to pick his own name.
Lord Fook the First.
Raise the sun, caress the sun, fuck the sun.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, wait. It becomes okay, but should it be like a name that's like actually supposed to fit the Taras in terms
Probably.
of visuals or in terms of personality or what?
Well, in terms of personality, I don't really know what we're gonna call him.
I mean, we can call him T-Dog.
Well, I can call him T-Dog, no matter what. Doesn't matter what the fuck his name is. I'm still gonna call him T-Dog.
Okay, Tarask.
I feel like at this point, the Tarask is gonna become a title for a man.
Just wait until he goes.
Which would be the most interesting plot twist that this campaign has ever seen. It's like we taught a robot how to love. We taught a beast how to love. Seth's thing must have timed out. Oh.
Tar?
Oh,
Tar?
We taught a beast how to love.
Tarnith. Tarkarus. Tarkarus.
Okay.
Tartarus.
Tarkus.
Tarkus, the giraffes, doesn't sound too
Arcus?
bad. Tar
This is good.
Tarnicus.
Okay. So
I do anything.
where are we? There we are.
Tarmac.
All right. So
Shit, effing crash.
The question is, do we know Storm of Vengeance?
Oops.
You know, it has a range of sight, which is about 2 miles in most circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
For things. Do you terrorize them with a Storm of Vengeance, and that is it? Or do you move closer with Goremonger and Piovani and do some guerrilla tactic kind of stuff on top of the Storm of Vengeance? Yeah, what do you want to do?
I feel like guerrilla tactics only really work if you've already set up in advance. So we're not going to do that. First off, what's the weather looking like right now?
It is cooler. We are in definitely into fall, like getting into not the solstice yet, but we are definitely in fall to be sure. It's still warmer in the days, but getting a lot cooler at night. Let me some d20s. Yeah. It is a pretty average for the time of year. Clear skies.
Okay, that's how he's in therapy. That's the most important part. What the? Why did I start? Okay, that was dumb of me. Okay, then I will shape change. Well, we're getting when we can basically more easily tell we're. I mean, exit a miles away. That's kind of hard. Have we been following them based off of their tracks? Like as we got closer, we could see like the
Yes.
cavalry moving?
Yes. I would definitely think that it wouldn't have taken you more than a few hours to find this trail. Because the dwarves, but also their primordials leave a significant trail too.
Yeah. And if I'm remembering correctly, last session, we kind of figured out that they had shit water. I think.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you did. You guys found evidence, yes, from one of their previous camps.
Right. Okay, then I am going to wild shape into a giant eagle. That way I can have advantage on perception, which will bump up my passive perception by 5, right?
Yep.
So then I'll have a passive perception of 25, so I should be able to see even farther of a distance. And basically, as soon
as okay. This might need another roll. I bet it's an investigation roll of just to gauge like okay how long of a march is the army? Like what is the distance that them in full formation covers? If I can, I feel like investigation.
So okay. Yeah, investigation I think makes sense, or history I think makes sense as a different way to approach it. But yeah.
Why would I have advantage with the help of the others?
You could have advantages with the help of either one of them. Yeah, they would happily be assisting, I think.
Okay.
As I look
Hey.
at
Not bad.
questions. Okay. Let me do this gauge. Are you talking about their full caravan, including like forward scouts and things, or just like the main brunt of their force?
The main brunt of their
Okay.
force.
The main brunt of their force, when they all get lined up, if they were stretched out on a road, and I would imagine this is also another reason why the advantage probably is there, is this it does involve, I imagine, some tracking skills and survival skills to kind of also not just look at them, but look at the trail you've been following and kind of use some of that information as well. But I would think about 500-600 feet would be how long they would have their lines stretched out for the main brunt of the force, from what you could tell. You think they might take up, like, they stretch out probably a mile or more, though, as they march. They send out groups of scouts before and after them. You've are pretty sure by the trail and things you're figuring out here. You are just, you found one of those scout groups, earlier, that trio. So, what do you want to do?
Okay, then I want to look for the Storm of Vengeance is only a 360-foot radius.
Only.
Yeah. Yeah. It's only 720 feet of diameter. So if that
And
doesn't cover basically the whole squad, then I want to look for the most, because there's going to be like the more pageantry side of it. I don't know. I can't really find the right words, but it's a place where the leaders, the highest ranking motherfuckers, are going to be positioned.
yes,
So he's going to look for that, and he's going to center the storm directly on top of them. So,
probably a question from Pio. To be sure, do we want to wait until the evening when they've set up camp?
that is a that is a better idea. Yes, that's because they'll be far more grouped up rather than spread out.
I would.
Yeah.
I don't think. I don't think Amu would know the answer to this. But Amu can roll a history check because he's been an Animaesus and they deal with dwarves. I will give you advantage with Goremonger because he wouldn't know at all. But he will help you. History, and then I'm gonna have Pio roll the history separately.
It's so
Okay.
close.
So close indeed, but 20 is still good. 20 definitely is a hard check. The dwarves, it has been reported by commoners that you guys have engaged with, I imagine, in a few days when you've stopped to travel, different Animaesus. Maybe even discussing with some of the walkers, like Jahir or Grary may have mentioned these things, being much more aware as walkers themselves with kind of the knowledge of this invasion, if you will. The dwarves, you remember Jahir saying something when you were traveling with him the other day. That I imagine with the 19, it's almost like Goremonger's like, oh yeah, didn't he say it? And you like snap on it. It's like, yeah. This idea that the dwarves have what appear to be tents made of not cloth. At a distance, they've been described to look like white stone that like reflects off the light in the sun in some way. You guys have not been close enough yet to be able to see these things. And where you've caught them, they're in March right now. They're not like camped yet, so you wouldn't be able to see that. But you do see, I imagine, with your perception from your passive perception, you said it was 25, yeah. With your passive perception of 25, you do see they have, and also probably in the ground, there's many carriage tracks, wagon tracks that are weighed down. Like they're carrying a decent amount of weight with them as well. So they obviously take the time to establish structures and things like that, is what you're gauging, to protect them at night. So now there's the POs. Well, like, well, fuck, if that's the case, hit them now.
Okay. And fuck the nighttime planning. Shit. Then. Okay, yeah. Original plan. Find the leaders where they are. Pinpoint them. But I have an idea that I just came up with.
Hold on, before you say your idea, I'm sorry to interrupt. Can I invite a buddy of mine to sit in on like the last like couple hours of the session or whatever? Is that okay? I just want to ask real quick before we.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna get that working out. You guys can continue.
So I would like to, if I can, pump 6 inspiration into the casting of this Storm of Vengeance to make it more powerful.
What?
Oh god.
With the narrative flair being that I am calling upon nature itself to fight back against a scourge trying to disease the land that has finally been
Flash
reclaimed
to
by
a
its
few
people.
dozen dwarves that are really sick and already throwing up.
Are we
Go big
bullying
or
him
go home.
again?
He doesn't know how bad it is. He just knows, like, yeah, they got some shit water. Doesn't know how bad. But still, you know. Now, at the very least, I'm thinking it could just be an increase in size. So it just covers a greater distance, not necessarily dealing more damage, just it's harder to escape, or that it lasts for longer. Something along those lines.
Okay. 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 Um.
Oh.
Okie dokie, artichokes. Let's see. Uh. All right. Well, I need to look at one ability real quick. Don't think it's gonna matter. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay.
At least
Okay.
the initial
Um.
thunderclap. I'll do that initially.
We're right back. This is Alex. This is my D&D party.
Die.
Hello.
We'll be right back.
Alex, welcome
Oh.
to Madness.
Hello. I always hear good things, so I just wanted to sit and be an audience member. I won't interrupt or anything.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. You're welcome.
Step.
Welcome up. All right. Well,
I'm back.
I had notes about this. Let me review my notes.
He was gone for 2 seconds.
I ran to get fucking drinks, bro.
This is why I
Because
keep.
I want to say I am condoning the bullying of dwarves in this party. Okay, I'm loving it.
You know what? I don't think-
All right. So it's
They've
probably
already
going to
given me
take that
dysentery.
much amount of time. Okay. So what this is going, we're going to do, I guess the casting, the minute, if you will, of Storm of Vengeance as a narrative kind of play to give me an understanding of how much damage is going at him. And then also to kind of like play out, give me an understanding of how spread out the dwarves get, if you will, because of this. And then they will, by at the end of that minute of time of narrative minute, it is going to turn into more of a true encounter, if you will. Where the dwarves, by the end of that minute, will have had enough time to at least regroup in some capacity, and be able to figure out how to return fire. And can they even? What can they do? Where is this coming from? At the least, what's happening? Kind of thing. The distance. How close do you get to them? Is my question.
That relies on how as a giant eagle, like how far away can I see them? Because
Yeah.
I'm getting as close as I need to be just to see them. So if it's only it's 2 miles away. It's 2 miles away. Eagles got that sight, you know. It's like as soon as I cast it, then I am also turning away from it, like because I don't need to be anywhere closer afterwards.
All right. Giant eagle. Yeah. um, if I'm understanding my loose thing that Google is telling me right by now,
Eagles got sight.
Eagles have insane sight. So 4 to 5 times a lot farther than an average person. So 2 times 4 is 8.
Mm-hmm.
You are 8 miles away, good sir.
Yeah, yeah. That's as close as I need to be.
That's so okay. The distance now solves that entire question I just asked you. So we're gonna leave it at that. All right. So what needs to play out, what I want you to just walk through now is how does the storm build for those first, what is it, 3 rounds?
The first 3 rounds.
First 2 rounds, I'm sorry.
The first 2 rounds.
Okay. All right, and then getting it to okay. All right. So you roll for the thunder.
So I rolled for the initial thunder, then all the acid damage that'll be done over the rounds, then all of the what was after the acid damage? It was all the bludgeoning damage from the hailstones, and then I rolled for all of the cold damage. I have not rolled for any of the lightning bolts. Uh, the lightning
Okay.
bolts are
Okay.
more tricky because it's a
So,
lot
and
more
this
dice.
is that's just damage that they take
Yeah,
because life sucks.
yeah.
God,
So
this spell is made for this whole entire situation. That's what this spell is made for. Is to be 8 miles away as a giant eagle and be a druid to be like, fuck you.
And the spell has never seen more use than in this campaign.
Very true, very true. Because it's one of those spells that in most normal combats it makes no sense because it takes up so much area. You're gonna hit your party members, you know, like it's all yourself. Like it's such a huge, enormous spell, and that
and
actually okay.
it takes 10 rounds to like 5 rounds to really build up too. So it's just not
Yeah.
the payoff isn't good. But here
When dealing with armies,
Yeah.
okay, so that's
so initially
89 damage total. These
Yeah.
are other than the leader dwarves. Okay, so we have thunder, then we have cold,
Yes. No, thunder, then we have acid,
acid,
then we have
then
bludgeoning, and
then we have
then cold.
bludgeoning. Okay.
Fucking
That will
A.
matter.
Spell is
That will
crazy.
matter for. So I need to write down the individual because that will matter for some of the leaders, the different things. Okay. But on the whole, in total, 89 damage is quite a
Yeah.
significant amount of damage.
Mhm.
For things, and on top of that, as we've already discussed, player knowledge, they have cholera and
Yeah, they're
dysentery,
bad.
which
They're
I
fucked up.
equated to 4 levels of exhaustion. So at level
God.
4 is when your health is when your health is halved. Your total health is halved. So 89 damage matters a lot more
Mhm.
Oh.
than it did before. Okay. So okay. Now, before we go to the lightning bolts, you spent the 6 inspiration to increase the power, which we'll say is area, and then they already have disadvantage, most of them,
Yeah.
from their thing. I'm going to say that disadvantage from your inspiration will apply to the 6 most powerful leaders will get disadvantage on
Oh my god.
things. Now, the issue being is you're so far away, even if you are an eagle, you have an insane perception, but you're still watching ants, move.
Real?
Like this is, this is insane for those things. So I don't know if you'll be able to pinpoint specific leaders that aren't like ostentatious or standing next to one of the primordials or the primordials themselves for things. But I'm going to I was expecting you to say you'd wait till the evening, so life happens.
Yeah, and then you told me to roll a history check.
Yeah, because then I thought after
No,
the
wait.
fact.
Only go.
I thought after the fact there's a slight chance you guys would know. There's like a 5% chance you guys would know. But so you knew. There you go. You paid attention. My point is the layout that I had wasn't what I thought it would be now. So, nevertheless, I need to think real quickly. I'm gonna say there in the front, side, center. We'll just kind of squash it. Okay. So for the lightning bolts, you have 6.
Bolts. Yes.
Shit.
Yes.
This is a level 9 spell. I have to
Yes.
remind myself.
Mhm.
You have
This is where the main
6
damage comes.
bolts. Okay. I think at a distance you would be able to see the primordials and where the caravans are with the carriage setup and wagons and things for their gear, and then of course just like a couple thousand dwarves kind of marching through. So the
Yes.
I will say we can.
Okay.
You can choose, right?
Yes, I do get to choose.
I can choose. Okay, so the question is, where do you want the 6 to hit?
Okay. So that's it's 8 total rounds of lightning bolts. It starts from round 3. So the first round of lightning bolts, I want to strike their wagons carrying their equipment. So I don't know how many wagons they have, but as long as it goes up to 6.
Oh, math.
1 bolt, 2 bolt, 3 bolts, 4 bolts, 5 bolts. Technically, yeah. And 6 bolts.
36, 42. Yeah, okay. There's about 8. No, there's about 10 wagons.
Okay.
Okay, and they're not all like lined up together, if you will. They're like kind of spaced out between the dwarves.
Yeah,
For
imagine.
things. Okie dokie. Do you want to hit the front 6, the middle 6, or the back 6?
Let's. Which ones? Which section looks the heaviest? I want to hit the heaviest shit they got.
There's a lot of dice getting rolled in my fucking screen, bro. So many dice.
Yes.
Uh,
Roll
My brain.
roll a perception check.
Perception. 1d6.
Okay. Heaviest, we'll say the center.
Okay, then that's what we're going to be hitting. And I imagine these carts aren't. They're just like wood wagons. They're not like super heavily
Yes.
reinforced. Shit.
Yes. Okay. So, all right. Six center wagons explode with lightning.
The wagons would also be good. Like other than the thunder damage, they'd still be taking damage from all the other effects too. Anyway, this is just a bit more guaranteed, just in case.
Okay.
And then after that, the next 7 rounds of lightning bolts, they're all going to be on just whoever looks the most important, excluding the primordials, because just not bothering with them. Never expected the Storm of Vengeance to properly deal with them anyway. More so just trying to take out anything else at the moment.
So, fixed key leaders. Okay.
Yes, and if it's hard to tell, then I don't mind if we roll a dice to decide who the 6 are and just go from there. I don't mind if it's done like that.
Was someone gonna say something?
No,
Okay.
already.
I roll me a nature check.
Not sure. Roll that. Wow, thanks, nature. Oh, it's a 12.
With a 12. God. Why do all dwarves look the same? They all got beards.
Wow.
Damn, Amu, that's racist as hell.
They all got beards. They're all just stocky. They all have axes. Some have, don't. Some have glasses on. Some don't. Some have weird maces. It's just like they all.
You
they're
can't just say that in Big 2025.
That's funny. So let's roll some random dice.
Yeah.
Oh.
This campaign could easily just be renamed Racist to Dwarves.
This campaign can really just be renamed racist to everything. To be honest with you.
Then it's not racist anymore.
Specifically dwarves.
Specifically dwarves.
It's been specifically dwarves most of the time, but yeah,
Specifically dwarves.
specifically dwarves.
With my
Well,
golden
we
sword.
had to get rid of dwarves somehow.
There is a whole arc of Arrows talking about just like making a what is it, like a genetic bioweapon to
Yes,
kill
a
all
bioweapon.
Yes.
dwarves.
There was.
And
That is
lo and
true.
behold, we have a emotional support terrorist.
Well, this is not a bioweapon. I guess this is a bioweapon.
Yes, it is a bioweapon.
He is a spore druid.
This is a bioweapon.
Literally a bioweapon.
This is a bioweapon of like, nature proportions, bro. You can do this to anybody. This isn't specifically dwarves.
Oh goodness. Okay. So we got 6 randoms. All right. That will get hit with lightning. All right. That's round 4.
Okay. So
I'll roll that later.
let's start round 4. Let's just begin the dice rolls. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those juicy round 4 numbers. Okay, round 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay,
Round
who's getting hit in
6.
round 5? You're just keeping.
Oh, it's the same person. If unless I see that body drop, they are getting hit again and again and again and again.
Okay, change randoms. All right, change each round.
I like that we're differentiating the rounds of the storm because there's so many dice on the screen. There's so many
Round
dice.
6.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna go back and look at these, so because we're getting to that point anyway.
Gotta do so much math, bro. So bad for you.
I am going to be debating about modifying this spell a little bit. I'm gonna
This one.
Nah, this spell's gonna get banned too.
To be fair, normally, you go round by round and the round gets played out. This is 0 interaction. Go fuck yourself. Levels of bullshit.
These casters are making it why we can't have nice things anymore. I'm telling you, bro.
And the final round. Oh god.
9 rounds of this fucking spell. Jesus.
Okay.
So everybody's dead.
That'd be hilarious.
Oh my God.
Everyone but the Dwarvians.
Everyone's dead as hell.
I need to do some math.
Yeah, no shit.
Because my brain, I think when I was prepping for this, did not fully comprehend how much lightning.
damage it would be.
I'm gonna be honest.
And it's all kinds of different damage too. So
Well, that part's easy, sort of. That part on the whole is easy. It's just like, hey, do they have enough health to survive? No. Okay, cool.
Absolutely not. This dude rolled like a 30, 36, 40, 25, 31.
There is going to be
What the fuck?
I just want to say Storm of Vengeance, fuck.
Yeah, what a good
Like in this situation specifically, can you imagine if you had a high level druid in the Dragon Rider campaign when you guys did all that war shit?
Yeah.
You would just like, hey, we just need 2 druids.
Yeah, and
But there's 10,000 of them.
Crimes.
We just need 2 druids. But there's 10,000 of them. We just need 2 druids.
It wouldn't have been me committing all of those cool war crimes that I committed, or busting out of a fucking dragon.
It's like the wizard. It's like the wizard shows up like meteor swarm. Okay, that's all I can do. Then the druid just walks up, but like,
takes a
Storm
drag.
Vengeance!
Storm of Vengeance.
Yeah, watch
Walks
this
away
drive.
for a minute. Just walks away for a minute. It's like Meteor Swarm is just instantaneous, but it doesn't overlap.
Well, I will say if they
The
didn't
assault on
have
Dobby would have been
cholera,
so easy.
it would also be a different story too, because they'd have a higher chance to run away.
Yeah. Which is why
Oh,
I mean
okay.
that was the whole point of having
wagon. Oh my.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta do math.
Yeah.
It's gonna take me a while to do all this math, so I'm not gonna do that right now.
Oh no.
Because it's literally probably an hour worth of math.
Yeah.
Which shit, this is totally 100% not how I thought this was gonna go.
That's favorite.
We
line
made him say it
every
again.
session.
You guys did it again. At least once a session. I'm like, I plan XYZ. You like, no, we're gonna go beta, theta, omega. And I'm like, what? That's not even the same alphabet. And you're like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Fuck the Anglo-Saxons. What have they ever done for us?
We didn't ask what you planned. We said Storm of Vengeance.
We're killing the Anglo-Saxons right now as we speak, to be fair.
Now
Okay.
imagine if the other druid was here as well.
Yeah, but that's the irony of this situation. The irony of this situation is, you answered the second part of the question. So, with what you just did there, I didn't even need to ask it because it was awesome. Nevertheless, Tenebris and Callie and friends have been backtracking, and I imagine that part of the way there you see a storm erupt in front of you. It just like takes over the area, but it's not hitting you guys, because it's like, right? So I do think Jahir and Grary and you guys would put 2 and 2 together and be like, well, shit, we need to hurry up. And somehow Amu or what, like you guys, it's just like it's obvious the storm is like very localized. Like it's not like a normal storm in any way, shape, or form. A storm taking over, only a 300, 400, well, probably with your thing, probably close to 500-foot radius, but still, like, only take up that area, only, okay, so,
And they probably like because the thunderclap
yeah.
is like they won't be hurt by it, obviously, but you can't not hear that.
Well, it's one of those things. Is most spells when it mentions thunder, it tells you a distance. Of how far away they can hear it. I love how this one does it. It's just like, yeah. So it implies to me that it's loud enough to where you guys just heard, a couple miles away, this loud thunder just erupt. So the question comes to Tenebris on whether or not he and his crew, and by this you're answering for Callie, I would say. None of you, at least I don't think so off the top of my head, correct me if I'm wrong, agreed, have a spell that has a range of sight. So you definitely wouldn't want to get closer. But you guys are still a couple miles away, so it would take you time to get there. I do think Jahir and Grary, and even maybe Aether, out of survivability, and also me as Seth being like, I want less to control, are going to stay behind and protect Jahir as he begins his own storm of vengeance
Oh my
from
god.
the other side.
Oh my god.
Seth just said, "I'm gonna
No,
make
this
my
is,
life
like,
worse."
I said an hour. No, I was calculating earlier. I was like, when I was calculating the numbers, and I was like, well, and then Jahir, is still gonna go too. So
That's why he said it's gonna be an
Uh,
hour worth of math. Yours isn't an hour worth of math. It's his and yours isn't an hour worth of math.
his is only gonna be a storm. Nothing too special. Like I'm not gonna spend inspiration on it. For that is what I mean by that. But the storm. If any of these dwarves survive any of this,
Fucking Christ.
when they return home, the story of this storm is something that I imagine. Like I gotta find a way for at least one of them to survive.
This is like the worst day for dwarven kind in this part of the continent, man. Like
yeah,
literally
in this
today-
hemisphere of the globe, because
Yeah.
dwarves are not as populated on the western hemisphere of the globe where you guys are at. So
This is the worst day for them because literally, like, is it like a day ago or today? Like, I think it might have been a day ago. They just lost their like main force in the left.
well, they lost a chunk of it. Yeah. That's yeah. That group, the group that escaped from that has not fully returned yet to this group. So it's just travel time. It hasn't got there yet. So maybe they will be the ones that survive and bear witness from a distance at the hell that's being wrought upon their kin.
Because
What's
I
funny?
don't think their kin is surviving this one, Seth. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if you can have any
Some
survivors.
will,
in this.
some will.
They will. The primordials, the
Absolutely.
leaders. There are some. You guys have faced off with a couple of them. There are some high level mobs that I've made that in preparation for you all being level 20 that a good number of them will survive. But the point that's gonna be true is most of the dwarves you engage with after the fact are going to be wounded.
God.
So like that's the point I'm getting to. So I think we're kind of getting to a point to where I just need Tenebris to kind of answer my question there first before I go to the next part.
Yeah, I don't have anything like that.
Do you want to move closer?
Yeah, sure, but like, take it leisurely. Let the storms do their things. And then just be the cleanup crew. Maybe kaiju fighter, a primordial or two.
That will happen once I'm done with math. Because that was the goal. Goal would be that the storm ends and you guys look at what's left and those dwarves, you guys, which is kind of the Tenebris answers part of that decision. And definitely Tenebris with his children is their own minor army. To be sure, like the other side of the thing with Amu and Pio and Goremonger, do you guys, after the storm has wrought its vengeance, do you go closer to cleanup as well?
I mean, we'll definitely scout it out to see what damage has been done. If I do spot, however, Tenebris and the others charging forth, then I will lend them aid.
Which, okay.
But if not, then we're still gonna keep them. I'll keep them in sight, but not gonna push my luck. Type of thing.
Yes, I got you. You've let nature speak. It's kind of by this point, any of the dwarves that have the 4 levels of exhaustion that may survive all of this if they get to a long rest. The question is, after all of this, they might get a 5th level of exhaustion just because they went through a literal storm of the gods. So I'm just trying to imagine now, and I've said this in my very first campaign when I first realized how insanely powerful a moon druid is. And this is 10 years ago before we even had spore druids. An army of 10 druids at level 20 That's all I'm gonna say.
So,
Holy
what do you need?
shit!
No, it's
That's
no.
all you need.
Holy shit! Just 10 druids at level
Druids are
20
strong.
that are all arch druids, so they could just change shape at will. And
Let's calm down there, Satan.
goodness
No.
gracious,
Casters in this game be scaling really well. To be fair.
they do. Like, I'm sorry, 10 level 20 fighters could not do that much destruction.
No.
No.
Not by
cannot.
any means. Like,
But the single target in small skirmishes with a level 20
Yes.
fighter is fucking terrifying.
I
for
gave-
everybody.
I gave Luke. I'm regretting some of my choices, but that's okay.
Oh, no,
I gave Luke is playing a fighter, a samurai fighter in the Saturday game, and he got high enough level for a boon, and so we worked out a boon
Oh no.
that he's a
Aw.
UNT. So I was like, okay, we're gonna give him the boon of the Viper.
Oh no.
For every 2 successful hits, he gets another hit, another
Oh.
attack.
Oh, so that fool was just
Oh.
rolling. He was just
Oh,
like, yep,
no.
hit, and then I hit, and then I hit. Oh, I get 2, I get a free. Oh, and then a hit.
There was
That's
literally
6 hits
yes,
in one round.
yes.
I have an
So I'm
action
like,
surge.
okay, every
Dude's
monster
at the
needs,
craps table. Like,
every monster
damage,
needs a
damage,
high AC.
damage.
But this is what happens when you guys are like end game, above end game. It's just like, nevertheless, yes, he did 200 damage in one turn to the boss a couple weeks ago.
Did you count
And-
bonus action attacks for that?
Any attack that hits.
Holy fuck.
Does it?
Dad-
Wait, it
Okay,
doesn't
you
stack
really
on
fucked yourself
itself,
there.
does it? It doesn't stack
Yes,
on
because
itself.
he would just go in and action surge, and then with his samurai ability that you get, their main ability, their first attack is a normal or disadvantage, depending on how he's playing it. And then every other attack afterwards gets advantage. So yeah, and then he has he came in at pretty high level with this character, but he has a ascendant dragon weapon that's like, I don't know if you guys have looked at one of those dragon weapons from the Fizzband book, but yeah.
Oh no.
All I can think about right now is Ishin.
It's a plus
Literally
3.
Ishin. Yeah.
It's a
I
plus
know.
3 magic weapon that does 3d6 extra dragon
Oh.
elemental damage on hit. And then
Yep, Ishin.
when it crits, it does an extra 5 damage of the elemental type that the weapon's bonded to.
Oh my god. Sir.
It has a once a dawn 60-foot cone breath attack that he gains when he's attuned to the weapon of the elemental attack that does like 10d6 elemental damage.
Holy fuck, dude.